this season to this point. We've played a really challenging non-conference schedule. That's what we wanted. We've had some good wins. It's just like everybody else going through the heart of the season and still trying to find ourselves and this team. And so I'm not really looking forward to Sun Belt play because it's so competitive, and certainly been following some of our teams, and I think our league is as good as it's ever been. And so it's going to be a really, really competitive season with so many great coaches and great players in our league.
Thank you, Coach. As a reminder, if you have questions this morning, please type them in the chat and we will read them aloud. Coach, as you've gone along so far this season, how have you seen your team grow from the start of the year until now here in mid-December?
Yeah, we've grown, and certainly we've been we've been battle tested. We've played a very, very competitive non-conference schedule, and it's only going to get even more competitive here coming up. And so, certainly we've grown, and we've had some guys from last year really step up and improve in some areas. And so we just continue to try to get better each day, and like I said, learn from the competition. And so I feel like we're heading in the right direction.
As we look ahead past conference season to Pensacola, what do you like about the Pensacola site? How do you think it's beneficial for both the fans and the student athletes in your whole program?
Oh, I said this last year. I think the Sun Belt Conference hit a grand slam with Pensacola and the Bay Center. I think it was just, even I thought last year during COVID, it was a pretty good attendance, especially there at the end. And I just think that the location, the neutral site for fans, for parents, for families to go and enjoy when their team's not playing. I thought the Sun Belt did an absolutely terrific job with the location and also with the organization of the tournament. I just thought it was really, really well done. As part of as someone that has been a part of other mid-major conference tournaments, I thought the Sun Belt was the best I've been a part of.
Hey, Coach, kind of looking back to last season, obviously you're a team that came in and won our tournament, came in a little bit under the radar as the 4th seed out of the East and came through the tournament in Pensacola. How has that changed a little bit this year? And maybe as a team that has a little bit more of a target on your back with 4 starters returning from last year's team and obviously the reigning tournament champion, how has that changed as far as the mindset with the team, or have you kind of tried to make sure everyone's still on the same page?
Yeah, I mean, I think that, it is certainly, created some different expectations for our program. I think that, when I came here 2 years ago, we'd had 8 straight losing seasons. And so I think with, the narrative has changed with App State basketball now. The story is not us winning, the story is us losing. And so that's a good thing. I think that, what we've tried to focus with our team on is those expectations are good. No one wants low expectations, but it can't be our focus. And certainly, I think it's been a new thing for our players. I mean, we've still got some guys in our locker room that were a part of those 8 straight losing seasons. And so this is new for them, but it's enhanced our schedule. It's enhanced our competition. And, just like the other night, we played a very, very good Furman team, a very well-coached team and a really good program. And after the game, their coach said to me, "Hey, all we told our team was these guys have what we got. They've got championship rings. These guys got what we got." And so it's certainly put a bigger target on us and our program. But once again, that's a positive. We've got to embrace that. But there's been some challenges of certainly going through that. And I'll say this too. Last year we went on a great run and things like that. But also I felt like going in, I thought there were 9 or 10 teams that could have won the tournament. I really did. And I haven't watched a lot of our teams this year because we're in the non-conference, but just following scorers right now, I feel the same way. There's just a lot of good teams. And so, at one point last year we were 12-5 and things like that. So I felt like we always felt like we had a good team, but I think that's the beauty of the tournament in the Bay Center is it's a neutral site, and And that's what you really want. And so I think once again, you're going to have 9, 10 teams have a shot to win that thing.
And one last one for you, Coach. You've got a couple, you mentioned your tough non-conference schedule. You've got a couple big in-state non-conference games coming up with Duke and UNC. What do having schools like that on your schedule, and what do games like that mean for your program?
Well, sure. Like, we want to play those type of games. We want players that want to play in those kind of games, and, national television, and get exposure for not only our university, but also the Sun Belt. And so, like, both of those are on national television. And so those are games we really want to be a part of. We will continue to schedule, and the only way to beat those teams is go play them. And certainly that those will be exciting games for our players and fan base, but also recruiting.
Coach, a media question that's come in from Matt Present. What attributes have you seen from your team in the non-conference portion of the schedule that you feel will best prepare them for Sun Belt Conference play?
Yeah, we've played some really explosive offensive teams. I mean, you look at Furman, Iona, Delaware, Vermont. I don't want to. East Tennessee State has had a really good on conference. Charlotte, Akron has really started playing well, and so we've played some really explosive offensive teams that has really challenged us defensively, and for the most part, we've been pretty good defensively. There's some areas of growth. There's some areas we've got to get better at. Certainly myself as well, but I certainly think we've played some really explosive offensive teams, which will prepare us for the Sun Belt, which has also got a lot of explosive offensive teams.